fuck off! Go on, go on, go on, go! Fuck's sake. Rushing to find this fucking place.
Right, you whole sons. I've had just about enough of you.
Hey, go fuckers!
That's, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You've been through it yourself. I know you understand.
There's something else I'd like to ask. Remember how we were sword fighting together? The next morning, Ma scolded me on account of that scratch on my hand.
Oh, dear. Sorry about that.
That's all water under the bridge now. I never told her it was you who did it. I just wish you could have covered my back too. She was angry that I was at sword training instead of working in the forge. And she said you told her.
Your pa and Stebor were really stealing from the royal mines? Jesus.
I don't think even Fritz and Matthew would take that kind of chance. And there's not much that pair won't do for an easy groschen.
Yeah. In a way, I can understand that Pa did it for us, but it was really irresponsible. You won't tell anyone, will you?
I won't, I promise. So what happened to the silver?
Pa handed it over, as always, to that slimy fellow, and he took it away. What happened to it then, I don't know.
Your pa really wanted to marry you off to Master Tobias?
Yes. Can you believe it?
And have you spoken to Master Fayfar since the raid?
I haven't. Either he's lost interest, or he's forgotten about me. Not that I'm complaining. Uncle Peshek would be happy to marry me off too, especially if there was something in it for him. I'm glad that's in the past.
Aye, I don't blame you. So Johanka and Matthias finally got together. Well, if it hadn't been for everything that happened afterwards, who knows? They could be headed for the altar. Probably just as well you didn't play along with Johanka's harebrained scheme and found a better solution. Matthias would have had a fit if he'd lost his favorite dice. Bianca told me something about your little expedition to the woods. She was flaunting that ring all day. I was worried for a while that she had some other suitor who gave it to her.
No. Unless you can count a magpie.
Going back to help the survivors. That was very brave of you. When I went back to Skalitz, I met no one but footpads and cutthroats. If you hadn't come along, I doubt I'd be here to tell the tale.
You know what our parish priest always used to say? Without Christian charity, we'd all soon be dead. I couldn't just leave you all to your fate, could I? Any good Christian would have done the same.
Well, I'm not so sure. Not everyone has your courage. Did you go back to Skalitz again? To bury your pa and your brothers?
Yes, along with some more of our neighbours. We had an escort from the retired garrison, with Sir Hanish's kind permission.
Where are they buried?
Sammy's buried near the mines. He didn't like the mines. But his grave is on the hill, where I used to meet him for lunch. He loved it there. I know it's not consecrated ground. But what could I do?
God will understand. I buried Ma and Pa under the linden tree by our house. It's what they would have wanted.
Yes. Father and Stebo are buried in the churchyard in Rovna.
Once things settle, we'll be able to go back and pay our respects. And get the priest to bless their graves. I have no more questions. Thank you for telling me about everything, Teresa. I know it isn't easy to talk about.
It helped to talk to someone who knows what it's like. Thank you. I'm glad you came out of it in one piece.
Yeah, so am I. And I'm glad you did too.
By the way, Henry, I have something for you. The soldiers gave it to me when we brought you from Skalitz. I meant to give it to you earlier, but, you know, it belonged to one of the Skalitz garrison. They wanted me to have it for being brave, but I hope I'll never have use for such a thing.
Oh? How come? What is it?
It's a shield with the Skalitz crest. I'd like you to have it, to protect you, and as a keepsake from home.
Sure. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks for everything.
I put on the dress you gave me, Henry. What do you think?
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney?
I've got something that needs...
All right.
Look what I've got. You'll love... That's a good boy. That's my boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Приветствую.
Can you help me with...
Само собой.
Я хочу...
Разве не лучше тебе?
Что ж, можешь обучить?
Само собой.
Я хочу...
Ладно, но это...
Это разве не...
Согласен. Удачи.
To me? Here. Heal. Come along, free. Yeah.
Научись сперва скакать на лошади, идиот. Что за?
Добро пожаловать, Индра. В чем дело, парень?
Good to see you, lad. Sir Hanush told me you won his tourney. Good job, Henry.
Пан был я в Ужице, и священник там довольно странный. С мечом ловко управляется. Вы что-нибудь о нем знаете?
Багута? Да, он малый непростой. Младший сын одного из господ в Кут на горе. Его послали в университет изучать богословие, как обычно с младшими поступают. Но он не очень-то стремился к церкви. После учебы он, вместо того, чтобы взять свой приход, пошел странствовать. Сдается мне, жизнь у него была полна приключений. А потом он вернулся, да, и осел на месте. Гануш больше знать должен.
Я могу еще как-нибудь помочь, пан?
Да, Инджих. Главный инженер Фейфор попросил меня найти надежного человека, который будет ему помогать.
Главный инженер? Речь идет о скалице?
В какой-то степени да. У мастера Фейфара нехорошие предчувствия. Я думаю, он хочет поручить тебе осмотреть скалицкий рудник.
Его действительно можно восстановить?
Восстановить можно все, если есть желание и ресурсы. Ну, все, кроме человека. Главный инженер Фейфор расскажет тебе об этом поподробнее. С этого дня ты его помощник.
Конечно. Где его найти? Он здесь, в замке?
Где? Это хороший вопрос. Он уехал в Сазаву, чтобы разобраться кое с чем. Скорее всего, он на постоялом дворе.
Хорошо, спасибо. Я отправлюсь к нему немедленно.
Удачи, Индра. Удачи. Восславим господа нашего. Что теперь?
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide, but really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too disorderly.
Who is this Sir Kuno of Rickwald?
He's the last baron of the House of Rickwald, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do, unless they become robbers, which often isn't all that different. He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary, well, let's just say he has his own particular approach to certain matters.
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to step over the line.
How is he indebted to you?
I did him quite a big service, actually. I saved him from the hangman.
Oh, that sounds like quite a story. How did it happen?
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so it'll help pass the time. But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me. A lot of his men had their own encounters with the executioner too.
All right, I'll go and report to him.
Excellent. He set up camp between Ratai and Ledechko. It's a good base for covering the province. Good luck, Henry. And watch out for yourself.
I will, sir. Thanks.
До свидания.
Hey!
Good gracious, it's Henry, champion.
Is there anything I can help you with, Sir Hans?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted. There is something you can do for me. You see? I'm in love.
Ah, there's a new wench at the bathhouse, is there?
Watch it, Henry. This is the love of my life we're talking about, not some wench. The face of an angel, breasts like silk pillows to dream on, and good strong hips. A regular Helen of Troy.
Troy? Isn't that near Prague? I don't know anyone from there.
Never mind, blockhead. What I'm saying is, she's a fine filly, and you can help me win her.
Sounds like fun. I'm all ears.
You, Hal, shall be my messenger of love. You shall bear her a letter and a gift from a secret admirer.
But why me? It's not like you to be bashful, Sir Hans. You can just go and tell her,
Certainly not. Carolina is different to the others. She was educated in a convent and needs to be handled with kid gloves. Romanced. I must court her secretly. It's the latest fashion in France.
And who is this Carolina?
The fairest maid that ever walked the earth. Carolina. The butcher's daughter. You must have noticed a divine creature in the marketplace. Unless you're more interested in barnyard animals.
Carolina, I do know her. She's a pretty girl, all right, but, well, a little below your station.
Love knows no station but the heart. And you keep your peasant eyes off her. Your task is simple. All you have to do is get hold of a necklace fine enough to grace her lovely neck. I did have one that I inherited from my great-grandmother. Unfortunately, not anymore.
What happened to it?
I lost it playing dice at the inn. But you'll get it back for me. You're a smart lad. I'm sure you'll figure out a way. And I'll reward you handsomely.
Oh, all right then. Is there something else I should know about this necklace?
I lost it at dice in the Ledechko Tavern when I was there to see... Well, that's not important.
So, some dice player from Ledechko won your grandmother's valuable necklace. Haven't you learned anything from losing to Zdena, the bathhouse wench?
My great-grandmother's. And as it happens, I have learned a trick or two. But that fellow has the luck of the devil. No doubt he'll still be sitting there, swindling other folk out of their hard-earned groschen.
Oh, what's the use? All right, all right. I'll go to Ledechko, find this diabolical dice player and see what I can do. Though I'll probably lose my shirt to him.
Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Удачи.
That's a good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll love this.
Куда тебя несет?
Осторожнее!
Я.
Благослови тебя Бог.
Are you the one who played dice with Lord Capon?
Played and won, lad. Fine noble he may be, but he can no more throw dice than I can read Latin.
I can't disagree with you there. But look here, have you still got that piece of jewellery you won from him?
No, I don't. Some noble rode through here and we had a game or two. Only them dice kept falling his way. I was lucky to keep my boots. He's got the necklace now.
Did you know where this fellow was heading?
He was waiting for someone here, but when they didn't show up by midday, he rode on. He mentioned something about camping by the bridge over the Sasau River. That one before the charcoal burners camp. You might still catch him there with a bit of luck.
There aren't many fords along the river on the way to Sasau. Can you tell me anything else about him?
Fine gent he was, well dressed, on horseback. Had quite a lot to say. Seems he saw a bit of the world. And he had some interesting looking dice.
You said they fell well for him?
Aye, no wonder. Fine dice they was, made special, all shiny and whatnot.
That's all I need to know.
Сохранит тебя Бог.
Yeah!
I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. And the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobula.
It's about time Radzig got round to this. You need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsy. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Whoa. Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. As I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
Missed. You didn't fare badly at all, I must say. You can ride with us.
All right. Good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you want to know?
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easy. Especially when your father's a fool. And your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
It's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickval Castle. But that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynes. My father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynes.
Oh, you might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ. Sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. Then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you could turn your hand to something, you'd never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
What about your debt to Sir Radzig? How did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with a delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way. And it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking. And in the morning, we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper. Since he was travelling to Colleen, same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell for a good 6 months. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was there. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon. A few days later, word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and you could see it was a dirty trick. So he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help. This is the 3rd time. And how could I refuse him?
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler told me after that he didn't like the smell of the fella nearly every time he was right, and the fellow tried to stab me in the back afterwards.
Those Behrman brothers are quite a pair.
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers. A pair of them. Reliable. As long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching? For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
What about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko, when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of. But wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after. But of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Behrman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk.
No, I figured if you can't talk, you can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
The boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd...
True. Too. Should we ride out?
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. Hope you've got your kit ready and whatnot. I'd like to head to the north. Is there anything interesting that way?
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way, and Talmberg is a bit further on. There's stables in Merhoyed.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables. We can go through there.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up. I feel it in my bones.
Sure.
What a fine day, eh, brother?
Indeed, brother.
You know what I like best about days like this, Jan?
The scent of chamomile wafting from the hillsides.
Among other things.
Ah, like the rounded hills, rising upward, all soft and pink in the sunlight.
And the fertile valley below, spreading wide and inviting.
Dew glistening in a mossy hollow.
The sweet aroma of honey in the air.
The sturdy poplar, standing tall and erect.
Aye. It reminds me of that day. That day when the two of us fucked Fletcher's ma.
Very droll. You'd make a stuffed bird laugh.
Your ma's a stuffed bird. I stuffed her myself.
I can't smell any chamomile.
Well, men, how are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospects in these parts, Chief.
Oh? How's that?
I've been looking around, and if you'll pardon me, it seems to me that we've been stuck for a long time in the arsehole of beyond.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't got any new kit or arrows since the day Jakey joined me. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletcher's moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
It's the arsehole of beyond everywhere we go. And it always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girls' sizes.
Oh? Well, how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight. To the victor the spoils. That's how it's always been. But no purse of silver will shed blood for you on the battlefield. That's what this company is for. And I hope you never forget the golden rule. You can joke all you want, moan all you want, but nothing will keep your skins in one piece better than trusting your leader, who you choose by your own free will. So don't ever forget that.
Amen.
What do you think we can expect this time, fellas?
Russian, hidden in a piss pot under the bed. A nice chunk of beef. No one there will be eating.
On account of it'd just fall out through the holes in their bellies, eh, brother?
My mouth is already watering, brother, and I ain't even touched the purse yet.
Once you get your hands on some loot, I'll be happy to play you for your hard-earned groschen back at the camp.
Poor old Fletch. Never gets to see the action from close up.
What about you, Dangler? What do you expect to find?
Futility and human suffering, like always.
Always full of good cheer, eh, Dangler? Why don't you take a leaf out of Stone's book? Shut the fuck up.
Jesus, I wish you'd all shut the fuck up.
Keep your eyes peeled, though. There might be someone hiding out here still. Look for clues and question the survivors, if there are any.
Look what I've got. You'll love it.
Jesus Christ, what a massacre.
We weren't even armed. Looks like it happened fast. God almighty. no signs of resistance. They simply slaughtered them like animals. Poor wretch. Kuno will want to know about this. They turned the place over good and proper.
My luck's not in today.
Still smouldering. Whoever torched it can't have got very far.
Not much of a harvest so far.
Would you stop doing that?
You think they'll have any use for this stuff?
That's not the point. Robbing the dead isn't right.
That's what you say. I say it's all the fucking same to them. They're dead. And Prague Groshen are worthless in Lombardy. Never mind in the hereafter.
I'm telling you for the last time, stop it.
And I'm telling you for the last time, I see no reason why I should.
You call yourself a Christian? And you're robbing the dead?
They've no use for anything, and I have to eat.
I've seen your camp. It doesn't look to me like you want for anything.
Not now. But a man's got to have something to secure his future.
And what did you take from that corpse?
A wooden spoon and some string.
Oh, great. You can retire right away. I hope it's worth your immortal soul to you.
You're a bit holier than thou, ain't you? But all right, they ain't got nothing worth a damn anyway.
I found this shield in a shed along with a letter. Seems like someone left us a message.
Show me that. I know that crest. It's the House of Zul. A dangerous lot, God's truth. I don't think we'll find anything else here. We'll stay here a while, just in case. And you should go and report to Radzig what happened.
What do you know about these Zuls?
A family of impoverished nobles. They fought in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia. But what they're after in Bohemia, I've no idea.
I thought I could go and search for those raiders. They might not have gotten very far yet.
All right. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes. We'll keep searching here for a while, and then head back to the camp.
Kuno, your men are robbing the dead.
What did you expect, Henry? Old habits die hard. Most of the lads...
Or maybe it's time they turned over and...
You ought to be a priest. Try telling them yourself, then.
Good fella. That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll love this. Did you find any tracks?
Some, a horse or two. They rode off through the meadow towards dawn. They were avoiding the road, which is interesting.
Towards dawn?
Meaning towards the east. Apart from the mounted ones, there were some men on foot too. Well weighed down.
Well, they can't move too fast then.
No. And what's more, they left a trail of blood. One or more of them might be wounded. Either that, or they dragged off some poor bastard from here.
Nice work. Thanks. Poor creature. Hunted down like game. Looks like they carried away a lot of stuff. This way. Seems they met some resistance at the farm. What a waste. Well, at least I know which way they went. There they are.
это? Эй, кто там?
Что здесь происходит?
Он, наверное, стрелял отсюда.
Он, наверное, стрелял отсюда.
Выстрел, похоже, был отсюда. Так, где же этот мерзавец? Выстрел, похоже, был отсюда. Так, где же этот мерзавец?
Ты уже...
Свинья.
There they are.
Кто там?
Эй, кто... Что это? Кто там?
Кто там?
Куда он мог исчезнуть? Он должен быть где-то здесь. Господи!
Господи!
Кто там? Что это?
Что это было?
Он, наверное, стрелял отсюда.
Ты оказался в Черт тебя! Побери! Я тебя прикончу. Мерзко! Я здесь. Черт!
Ну, давай!
Не видал такого. Свинья сама явилась на скотобойню.
Я тебя найду, пёсья кровь. От меня не спрятать. Куда он мог исчезнуть? Он должен быть где-то здесь. Что это за шум?
There's the good. That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll love.
Itt épp egy malacka tévedt a diszmőlésen.
Hova tűnhetett a gyújtó?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
arms! Get over here!
В чем дело? Продолжай!
Ай!
Тревога! К оружию! Сюда! Эй, вы все? Собирайтесь скорее! Тревога!
So, it's all...
Boys, who are you?
I'm Henry, and I was expecting to find you here.
What? How could you?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish ought to send someone better than you to parley.
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it? There's plenty of us, and you're on your own. So I'd think twice about how you're gonna deal with that.
I could join you. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. Or bloody.
Yeah. Right, Sonny. I'm lads.
Ты оказался в плохое время, в плохом месте.
Поднимите тревогу, остерегайтесь!
Ты сукин сын.
Тревога!
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Ты уже мертвец!
Черт тебя!
Черт! Курва! Это все, на что ты способен. Я тебя на куски порублю.
Дерьмо!
Господи!
Ой!
Это все, что ты можешь.
Please, help me. Thank you.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you. And it looks like I arrived just in time.
God's truth.
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
My name is Marius Bielek, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived. And so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Although I won't see much in the dark. I'll have to spend the night. Though I doubt I'll get a wink of sleep after what happened. You sure there are no more bandits around?
You've nothing to worry about. Unless you're afraid of hares.
Well, come to me after dawn and we'll look the place over together. I'll explain everything to you.
All right. Good night. That's a good... That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll love this. Here I am.
All right. I'll be right with you. Hold on. I can hardly... I'm not going anywhere.
I thought we could get an early start.
We can. In the morning.
Oh, I'll be here first thing then. Here I am.
Excellent. We can start inspecting the area right away to see what can be built where. Shall we get to it then?
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
Осторожно. Эй!
Look what you're...
Что за...
Every village must have one. It'd be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
Goof. That's my...
Черт! Huh?
The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
Эй! Черт! А? Что за...
could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's?
Эй, вот что ты играешь.
There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here.
Эй,
Main approach road and the stream. This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source. Supplies and trade will flow through here. I can't even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere. Stone foundations. They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream.
черт.
Lots of space here. All the better. A big space, clean water, close to the village green. A good site for an inn. that's that then. The most essential surveying is done.
Рад встрече.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it. Which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Oh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divis?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long. My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir. There was no reasoning with them. They thought since it was 4-1, I'd be no trouble.
I expect that was a fatal mistake.
Just so, sir.
No loss. At least they won't be troubling us again. Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square, in particular more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forests for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business. Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for a building will need lots of labour. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad. But it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits, but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors, more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here, but now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honor. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years, and you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rattay bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
I don't know what to say, sir.
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Talmberg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir. What now?
Before we can start building as much as an outhouse, we'll have to get the whole area cleared.
Right. So I suppose I'd better get to Ratai first and see to that announcement.
Indeed. I'm sure the bailiff will be more than happy. It will get the refugees out. I'll stay here for now and start planning the building plots as soon as the laborers arrive.
Good friend. That's my... There's the good... That's my... Look what... You'll love...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Научись сперва скакать на лошади.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you after something? I'm afraid my friend here won't tell you much.
Your friend? Oh, I'm very sorry. And, well, I don't want to be insensitive, but I was hoping to get something from him. My master's necklace, which he won at dice.
Your master? Who would that be?
Well, Sir Radzig Cobbler of Skalitz is my liege lord. I'm Henry, but just now I'm helping Sir Hans Capon with a private matter.
Those are weighty names in these parts. I'm Sir Anselm of Domkey, in the service of... well, that's not important. I'd like to give you... that is... I'd like to ask you for your help.
I'm listening. Tell me what you know.
I will. And I'm sure it will help you find that necklace. The thing is, this is all my fault. I got held up on the way to meet Alphonse. By the time I got here, I found him like this.
God have mercy on his soul.
Amen, lad. I was heartbroken and enraged by turns, tearing my hair and cursing. Alphonse was my good friend, and it pains me to know he was only here on account of me. I brought him into a certain business matter to negotiate with some people, and he agreed. And this is how it ended up. When I finally pulled myself together, I took a look around and found some tracks. I followed them to the camp of those very brigands that Alphonse was supposed to negotiate with.
Nah, you can't trust anyone these days. So how can I help?
You can pass yourself off as Alphonse. Get into the bandits' camp and find that fucking murderer. And when you do, you'll find what you're looking for.
That doesn't make any sense. If one of them killed Alphonse, he'll know I'm not him.
No. They never saw him before. So whoever killed him surely took him for some passing merchant.
Are you quite sure they don't know him?
Aye. He moved in altogether different circles, among decent people. That's the very reason I asked him for help. So I reckon the best thing is for you to introduce yourself as Alphonse, have a snoop around, and come back to me when you find out anything.
Now, wouldn't it be better if you did that yourself? After all, I know nothing about this Alphonse. They'd see through me.
I'd do it if I could, lad. Only they know me, and I'm not on the best of terms with them. They'd most likely kill me on sight. Then the two of us would be dead and those bastards would get away with it.
Well, I hope I can avoid the same fate. Is there anything else I should watch out for while passing myself off as Alphonse?
The main thing is to look and sound like a noble, not a peasant. A commoner. So dress the part. No rags or rusty iron.
And how am I supposed to recognise the killer?
Ask around.
I don't reckon anyone will admit to stabbing him in his sleep, but you might pick up some clue. You could have a look around for that necklace. Now that I think of it, they stole other valuables from him too.
Silver is silver, though. I won't recognise anything. Didn't he have something unique? A signet ring or chain or...
No, not that I can... Oh yes, he did. Dice. He had a set of dice made specially in Prague. It was his pride and joy. They were red and gold, bright and shiny. Not the kind of thing you'd overlook.
What can you tell me about Alphonse, so they don't catch me out if they start asking questions?
Indeed. A few details should suffice. He was from Slani, but lived in Prague the last few years. He advised people, very well too. He helped them to deal with problems, of all kinds.
Yeah, he sounds like a man of the world, but I've never even been to Prague. I'm not sure I can fool them.
You can always change the subject. He was an ardent dice player, God forgive him. And he spent some time in Moravia on the service of Prokop of Luxembourg. But that was ages ago.
What do you know about the brigands in that camp?
Actually, they're not just ordinary bandits. It's a robber baron and his band. Sir Erhard Baron Bielowitz. Some of his vassals. They came here in the hope they'd have a better chance of keeping their heads.
Why don't you ask some of the local lords for help? I'm sure the Sasau custodian would...
There's nothing I'd like to see more than the lot of them strung up. Only I have a task that conflicts with that. And as for the custodian, I'm pretty sure...
What was the purpose of Sir Alphonse's negotiations? I'll need to know that.
Look, Henry, you'd best avoid that subject if at all possible. Just find the murderer for me, get your necklace, and I'll take care of the rest.
It'll be a bit hard to avoid that, since it was supposed to be the entire purpose of his visit.
True. Well, Alphonse was supposed to talk Erhard into moving his robbing raids towards Benishov, especially holding up merchants' wagons heading for Prague. In return, he was to offer a reward of up to 12,000 groschen and safe haven in Pilgrims.
I see. So you work for someone in Pilgrims?
No, neither Pilgrims nor Benishov. Nor Vlachim, for that matter. Damn politics.
My word, the whole thing sounds like quite...
So are you going to help me?
I'll help you. I'll have to go there to look for the necklace anyway.
Thanks 1,000-fold. And for the love of God, don't get caught. I'd never forgive myself if another man lost...
I'll bear that in mind. There's something else I'd like to ask. I've no more questions. Looks like he died without a struggle. Maybe killed in his sleep. They took everything he had. Money, jewelry, even his boots. Someone was searching for something here. Were they out to rob him of everything he had?
Что за... Эй!
Would I be right in assuming this is the encampment of Sir Erhard, Baron Belevets?
You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? All the way from Prague, eh?
Not at all, Goodman. From Slaney.
Ah, well, that's quite a haul. How was your journey?
As well as might be expected in these perilous times.
Oh, aye. The roads ain't safe at all these days. There's all sorts of rabble waiting to rob unwary folk.
Indeed, indeed, I concur. One must be wary, well, cautious even, when travelling.
Right then, but you'll have to wait a while. Sir Erhard is busy at the moment.
No matter, I shall just,
but it's easy to pass the time here. There's always a dice game going on, with nice things being wagered. I had my eye on a fine pair of gauntlets, and some old piece of jewelry.
Jewelry, you say?
That's right. Just go and see old Blaha, the fellow sitting at that table there. He can read, write...
Thank you.
Что за чертовщина?
Черт! Черт! Я уже почти трезвый. Черт! Что за спать?
Yeah.
Would I be right in assuming this is...
You must be Sir Alf, all the way from Prague.
Not at all, Goodman.
Ah, well, that's...
as well as my... Oh, no matter. Thank you.
Кто там?
Can I ask you something?
Ask away.
Tell me something about...
Why do you want to know? You want to spread the word about what a good dice player I am?
Yeah, I was just curious.
You know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat. But if you must know...
Berta?
Ah, you heard of me, have you? The Scourge of Vlashim. No man who felt the edge of my axe lived to tell the tale.
And why are you hiding out here?
I wouldn't call it hiding. We're just having a bit of a...
From what?
Things were getting a bit too hot for us. Nobody bothers us here. Just as long as we don't show our faces.
Don't you leave the camp at all?
What are you trying to say? That we're shitting ourselves here?
Yeah, exactly that.
Then I better put you right on that, eh?
You're welcome to try.
Допси дири! Я сверну тебе шею, шавка. Убивай и грабь прохожих, трахай слуг.
I was told I could have a game or two here until Sir Erhard has...
Aye, he's got his hands full at the moment. You must be Sir Alphonse.
Including dice. It has come to my attention that there are interesting things.
True enough, we've got a fine pair of plate gauntlets, 2 necklaces, some other things, I don't remember what. The custom here...
К такому не привыкнешь. Ну так мойся, хоть. Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под
Do you really think it's appropriate to...
Since you put it that way, sir. No. Perhaps you want to play right away?
No hurry. Can you tell me...
What can I tell you? I can read and write a bit. Although, I have to say...
And what did he do before that?
What every landed noble does. He still had some estates.
How did he find it?
That was my doing. I heard from a...
Oh, that's a shame.
Aye, the vague... How many...
Amen.
Чёртова погода, чёртовы палатки.
Can I ask?
Oh. Чёртов лагерь.
Who are you?
They call me Noggin.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Why are you hiding out?
We're not hiding.
Well, couldn't you rest from your...
Чёртово похмелье.
What's Sasso got that we don't have here?
Have you been out of the camp recently? Maybe down by the river?
Why would I? We've got an outhouse here. Why would they? There's water here, game in the...
That's all I need.
Спать хочу.
Чёртовы вши, чёртовы блохи.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесать его. Небо красит. Да, я нашел. Чего тут?
Sir Erhard has no time for you now.
Я нашел. Чего тут еще делать? Да, я нашел. Чего тут еще делать? Эй, кто там? Эй!
Can I ask you?
Ask away.
You're Mladot?
I am.
Just curious.
This is... You could put it that way. I ain't been here long.
Is that right?
Well, I was lying in wait for this wagoner, see? Because he'd been mouthing off about as soon as he saw me with my weapon drawn.
Vexing it.
Aye. Anyway,
Чем ты до всего этого занимался?
That is quite an entertainment.
Ain't it just?
Я был
If it
стражником
hadn't been for me...
да только платили они сущие гроши. Вот я...
And how are things here?
We ain't allowed to leave.
Да стражником.
So I've been here the whole time.
Не по правде.
That's all.
Твоя очередь, чем сам раньше жил.
Я свечки для монастыря делал.
Чего?
Can I
Слышали,
have a
парни?
What do you want?
Он для монастыря свечки делал, чтобы
Can you tell me something about
this place? It's been here as long as I can remember. Anyway, one time I had to lie low for a bit, so I came here and ran into these gentlemen who paid good.
Why did you have to disappear?
Ah, nothing terrible. Just that I was courting this one girl, only a...
What's yours?
I ain't, true enough. I'm a local. I don't go raiding with them when they're...
And what do you do when they're not?
Whatever's needed. But being the go-bet...
I'll leave you to it.
Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел.
Чего тут еще делать?
Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, бабка.
Что ты склоняешь?
Ну а то, они-то чуют запах настоящего молока.
Sir Erhard has no time for you now.
Can I
ask away?
Tell me
what? You know what they spoke.
Why from? Don't you leave?
What are you trying to say? That we're shitting
Спать
ourselves?
хочу.
No. I was just wondering if you knew what's going on.
We come across hunters now and then, or pilgrims on the road. There are charcoal burners nearby. Sometimes they pass the time of day with us. But we've got no course to cross the river. That's too close to Sasau.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь.
Черт,
I want to play dice.
Сегодня нельзя пить.
Who will be my opponent?
All right, good. You'll play against Noggin now. He's not the brightest.
Чертовы пши, чертовы блоки.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык
Я
чесаться,
такой
не
голодный,
бойся.
что к такому не привык. Сожрать.
Ну так мойся, хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баб от себя отвадить не можешь.
Ну что, они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика. Мне отлично нужно.
Да, я нажрусь. Чего тут еще делать?
Черт, я уже почти трезв. Чертова погода, чертовы палатки, чертов лагерь.
В лагере жить непросто. Черт.
И чертов потом! Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел.
И чем ты до всего этого? Я был стражем брата. Да только платили они чуть-чуть. Вот я и трудился всегда. Не, по правде.
В лагере жить непросто. Черт.
Чем сам раньше.
Черт. Я уже почти трезвый.
I want to play.
All right, you'll play.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
Черт. Я уже почти трезвый.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь. Черт. Я уже почти трезвый. Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Уж привык чесаться, не бойся.
К такому не привыкнешь.
Ну так мойся хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
В лагере жить непросто.
Ну а то,
Черт!
они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика.
Спать хочу. Кровавые реки и чертов потом! Чертова похмелье! Сегодня нельзя пить уже!
Убивай, играть прохожих, трахай шлюх и грабь тоже. Жги деревни, напивайся, девок порти, наслаждайся. Резать, сжечь и сеять смуту. Мне отлить нужно.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать. Спать хочу. Чёртовы псы, чёртовы блоки.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесаться, не бойся.
К такому не привык.
Ну так мойся, хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баба себя отводить не можешь.
Чего тут? Они чуют запах настоящего мужика. В лагере жить не просто. Черт! Мне отлить нужно.
Черт, я уже почти трезвый.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Спать хочу. Да, я нажрусь. Чего тут еще делать? Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать. Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Чёртово похмелье. Сегодня нельзя пить уже.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесаться, не бойся.
Чёртова погода, чёртовы палатки, чёртов лагерь. Осточертело это дерьмо.
Ты, наверное, баба себя отводить не можешь.
В лагере жить непросто. Чёрт! Кровавые реки и чертов потоп!
Да, я нажрусь. Чего тут
Лагерь
еще
жить
делать?
непросто. Спать хочу.
Чёртово похмелье. Сегодня нельзя пить уже.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь.
Чёртовы вши. Чёртовы блохи.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесаться, не бойся.
К такому не привыкнешь.
Ну так мойся хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баб от себя отводить не можешь?
Ну а то, они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика.
Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел. Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь. Убивай и грабь прохожих, трахай шлюх и
Чёрт,
их грабь тоже.
я уже почти трезвый.
Жги деревни, напивайся, девок порти, наслаждайся. Резать, жечь и сеять
В лагере
смуту,
жить
жить
непросто.
легко
Чёрт.
разбойнику. Мне отлично. Вонь и грязь.
И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Чёртовы вши, чёртовы блохи.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесаться, небось.
К такому не привык.
Ну так мойся, хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баб от себя отвадить не можешь.
Ну то. Они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика.
You're a fucking cheat. Sir, I challenge you to a duel.
I won't take any accusations from you. I accept.
Да, я нажил. Чего тут еще делать? Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал
Я
бы
такой
злость в
голодный,
каком-нибудь.
что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
Спать хочу.
Бесплатно ты не уйдешь. Выкладывай денежки.
Если ты настаиваешь.
Чего тут еще делать? Черт, я уже почти трезвый.
Хочу жрать.
И чем ты до всего этого?
Have you got enough? Not the... Well,
Я был стражником в Раше.
I want to play... They felt... You'll play Berta.
В лагере жить
He's a
просто.
man. So they call him...
Да, я нажру. Чего тут еще делать? Слышали, парни? Делал тот монашеский спектакль «Капиталь». Ха-ха-ха!
В лагере жить непросто. Черт.
В лагере жить непросто. Черт! Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать. Чёртовы вши, чёртовы блохи.
Как будто они у тебя впервые. Уж привык чесаться, небось.
Лучше бы я такому не привык.
Ну так мойся, хоть изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баб от себя отвадить не можешь.
Ну то. Они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика. Мне отлить нужно.
И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь. Спать хочу.
Я такой голодный,
Да,
что
я
готов свои
нажрусь.
ботинки сожрать.
Чего тут еще делать?
Такому не привык. Сам вот и мой. Брат моего деда утонул, когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, молюсь только по Они чуют запах настоящего мужика.
Да, я нажрусь. Чего тут еще делать?
You can go and see your Sahara.
Да, я нажрусь. И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Зачем он сюда постоянно приходит?
What's going on here anyway? It all seems a little odd.
Haven't you ever been in the camp of a merry band of robbers?
Never quite this merry, to tell the truth.
They've got their loot, and now they want some fun. Booze, dice, and women. I'm the only girl here. They're more interested in dice, anyway.
Well, they seem very fond of their dice, all right.
Aye. They always play the same way. Every player bets his most valuable piece. Although it's a long time since anyone got
Я
killed.
такой голодный.
I better watch.
Готов свои
You do
ботинки
that,
сожрать.
handsome. It'd be...
Да, я нажрусь. Чего тут еще делать?
В чем дело, парень? Присел покакать.
Там кто-нибудь есть?
Я тебя прикончу. Просто прикончу. Черт!
The blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ upon you, Baron Belevets. I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is mine, sir. We haven't had any interesting visitors here for a long time, and I'm keen to hear what news you bring. And then there's the matter of our trade.
Indeed, we certainly have much to discuss, sir.
Good. And how was your journey, Sir Alpha?
Long and somewhat fatiguing, truth be told.
Ah, would you rather put off our talks until later?
I must apologize, Sir Erhard. I'm quite besotted by your splendid dice tournament, and I can't think of anything else.
I heard you had a fondness for the game, Sir Alphonse. All right.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь.
Чёртово похмелье. Сегодня нельзя пить уже. И обокрасть-то некого.
И обокрасть-то
Скукотища.
некого. Скукотища. Хочу жрать, спать хочу. Убивай и грабь прохожих, трахай шлюх и их грабь тоже. Жги деревни, напивайся, девок порти, наслаждайся. Резать, сжечь и сеять смуту, жить легко разбойнику.
Не поверишь.
Я был стражником, брат, да только платили они.
Да стражником. Шутишь, что ли?
Почему он не уходит? И как можно дальше?
Я на свечки для
Чего тут
монастыря делал.
еще делать? Чертова погода, чертовы палатки, чертов лагерь. Осточертело это дерьмо. И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища. И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища. Чёртово похмелье. Сегодня нельзя пить уже. И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
Я нажру. Чего тут еще делать?
Мне отлить нужно. И чем ты до всего этого занимался?
Ты не поверишь.
Я был стражником в Ратае. Да только платили они сущие гроши. Вот я и прибился к ребятам.
3 до стражником? Шутишь, что ли?
Не, по правде. Ну, твоя очередь. Чем сам раньше жил?
Я свечки для монастыря делал.
Чего? Слышали, парни? Он для монастыря свечки делал, чтобы монахи их себе в задницу пихали. Ха-ха-ха.
Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел.
I want to play They Fell Your Way. Then there's Pekuna.
Мне отлить нужно.
В лагере жить не просто. Черт! Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь.
Чёртово похмелье. Сегодня нельзя пить уже.
Ничего, скоро новые добудут. Вонь и грязь. Я лучше бы я дома сидел. Скукотища. Будет большой нищий монах.
Даже не начинай. Я скорее босым ходить начну, чем сражаться в дерьмовых обмотках.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь. Черт, я уже почти трезвый.
Он снова здесь.
How did I do?
Well now, Sir Alphonse, you took them all.
Thank you kindly.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
The chief doesn't want to see you.
Что это за шум?
Another question.
What do you want?
I'll leave you.
Должно быть ветер.
I'd like to ask.
I have not.
I'd like to ask.
I have nothing to do with cheats.
Черт, я уже почти трезвый. Чертова погода!
Can I ask?
Ask away.
Чертов лагерь! Осточертело это дерьмо!
Don't you leave the.
What are you trying to say?
No, no. I was just wondering.
We come across hunters now and then.
Why are you hiding?
I wouldn't call it hiding.
From what? Tell me.
What?
You bird?
I was told not to let you pass.
Что тебе здесь нужно? Иди поиграй еще где-нибудь. Здесь что-то
К такому не привыкнешь.
Он снова
Ну
здесь.
так мойся, хоть и изредка.
Сам вот и мойся. Брат моего деда
like to
утонул,
ask away.
когда в пруду мылся. Я судьбу искушать не стану, моюсь только под дождем.
Ты, наверное, баб от себя отводить не можешь?
Ну а то, они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика.
Мне, наверное, показалось.
Хочу жрать.
Can I ask?
Ask away.
Не желаешь про...
Сегодня нельзя пить уже.
I'd like.
Ask away.
Don't you?
What are you trying?
Yeah.
Then I'd better put you.
В лагере жить непросто.
No, there's no need for that. I'll take your word for it. Anyway, Sir Erhard wouldn't be too happy if you kill his guest.
Maybe. I'll let it go this time then. But next
такой голодный, что готов хоть
Filth and stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Осторожно!
Эй, кто там?
в лагере жить непросто. Черт!
Can't like shoring easy. Fuck.
Во имя господа, что он делает?
Эй, кто там?
Тебе нехорошо.
Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел.
Ты что-то потерял. И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Хреновый день. С радостью сорвал бы злость на ком-нибудь.
Чё?
И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Кто там?
Эй!
Черт. Я уже почти трезвый.
В лагере жить непросто. Черт!
В лагере жить непросто. Черт!
Я был стражником в Раты, да только платили они сущие гроши. Вот я и прибился к ребятам.
Ты, да стражником. Шутишь, что ли?
Не по правде. Ну, твоя очередь, чем сам раньше жил.
Я свечки для монастыря делал.
Чего? Слышали, парни? Он для монастыря свечки делал, чтоб монахи их себе в задницу пихали. Ха-ха-ха. В лагере жить.
Черт! Я уже почти трезвый.
В лагере жить непросто.
Тебе нехорошо.
И обокрасть-то некого. Скукотища.
Вонь и грязь. Лучше бы я дома сидел.
И чертов потоп. Что за чертовщина?
Что? Кто там? Почему он не уходит? И как можно...
Я ни разу.
Что это за шум?
В лагере жить непросто. Черт.
Я ни разу.
Что это за шум?
Что это было?
Что тебе тут надо? Исчезни, или я стражу позову.
I was told not to let you pass.
Матерь Божия!
The chief doesn't want to see you.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
Я такой голодный, что готов свои ботинки сожрать.
Отводить не можешь.
Что? Они-то чуют запах настоящего мужика.
Да. Я.
I have good news for you, Sir Anselm. I know who killed your friend. Who was it? It was Berta, not a woman, one of the brigands.
How did you find out?
From the dice.
All right. I'll take care of it from here. And I owe you for helping me. Here, Henry, take this. I'm sorry I don't have more on me. But if you're ever in Prague, come and look me up, and I'll see you're well taken care of.
It's been a pleasure, Sir Anselm. Godspeed.
Ты что-то потерял?